There comes a moment in every healing journey when you get tired. Not tired of loving, not tired of caring, not tired of believing, but tired of abandoning yourself, tired of shrinking yourself, tired of waiting for people to choose you while you continue leaving yourself behind. And then something changes. Not overnight, not dramatically, but deeply. You finally choose yourself. And when that happens, your entire reality begins to shift in ways you never expected. Today, let's talk about what truly happens when you finally choose yourself. For many people, choosing themselves sounds selfish. They worry, what if people think I've changed? What if I disappoint someone? What if people leave? So they continue putting everyone else first. Their peace comes second. Their dreams come second. Their needs come second. Their healing comes second. And after years of doing this, they wonder why they feel exhausted. Because every time you abandon yourself, you lose a little connection with who you truly are. Choosing yourself is not selfish. It is remembering your value. You stop chasing. One of the first things that happens when you choose yourself is that you stop chasing. You stop chasing validation. You stop chasing attention. You stop chasing people who are unsure about you. You stop chasing opportunities that require you to betray yourself. Not because you stop caring, but because you finally realize anything meant for you should not require self-abandonment. This realization feels liberating. For the first time, your energy comes back to you. And that changes everything. Your standards change. When you choose yourself, your standards naturally rise. Not because you become arrogant, but because you become aware. You begin noticing things you once ignored. You notice one-sided relationships. You notice emotional inconsistency. You notice situations that drain your energy. You notice where you've been accepting less than you deserve. And suddenly, things that once felt normal no longer feel aligned. This is growth. People may not like it. This is the part nobody talks about. Not everyone will celebrate your healing. Some people benefited from your lack of boundaries. Some people benefited from your self-doubt. Some people benefited from your constant availability. When you choose yourself, those dynamics begin to change. And some people may resist that change. Do not mistake resistance for proof that you're doing something wrong. Often, it is proof that you're finally doing something right. You stop explaining yourself. When you choose yourself, you stop feeling the need to justify every decision. You stop writing long explanations. You stop seeking permission. You stop trying to convince everyone to understand your path. Because you realize something powerful. Not everyone needs to understand your healing. Not everyone needs to approve of your boundaries. Not everyone needs to agree with your growth. Self-trust becomes stronger than external approval. Your energy feels lighter. For years, many people carry emotional weight that doesn't belong to them. Other people's expectations, other people's opinions, other people's projections, other people's disappointments. But when you choose yourself, you begin putting that weight down. And suddenly, life feels lighter. Not because your problems disappear, but because you stop carrying what was never yours to carry. You attract differently. This is where things become interesting. When you choose yourself, your energy changes. And because your energy changes, your reality changes. You become less attracted to chaos, less attracted to inconsistency, less attracted to situations that require suffering. And because you are different, what you attract becomes different too. You stop resonating with old patterns. You start resonating with healthier experiences. You discover peace. Many people spend years searching for happiness, but what they truly need is peace. And peace arrives when you stop fighting yourself, when you stop trying to become someone else, when you stop seeking worth outside yourself, when you stop abandoning your own needs. Choosing yourself creates inner peace because you are no longer divided. Your mind, heart, and actions begin moving in the same direction. You trust yourself again. One of the greatest gifts of healing is self-trust. For a long time, many people ignore their intuition. They ignore red flags. They ignore exhaustion. They ignore their feelings. And eventually, they stop trusting themselves. But when you choose yourself, you begin listening again. You begin honoring what you feel. You begin respecting your intuition. And slowly, Your relationship with yourself becomes stronger. You become magnetic. The most magnetic people are not the people trying to attract everyone. They are the people who are deeply connected to themselves. They know who they are. They know what they value. They know what they deserve. They do not chase. They do not beg. They do not force. And because of that, their energy feels powerful. People are naturally drawn to authenticity, and choosing yourself creates authenticity. Your life begins to reflect your worth. Eventually, something beautiful happens. Your external life starts reflecting your internal beliefs. You stop settling. You stop shrinking. You stop accepting situations that dishonor your value. And because of that, your reality begins matching your self-respect. Not perfectly, not instantly, but consistently, because life often mirrors the relationship you have with yourself. If you are standing at a crossroads today, wondering whether to keep choosing everyone else or finally choose yourself, remember this: choosing yourself does not mean loving others less. It means loving yourself enough to stop abandoning who you are. It means honoring your needs, protecting your peace, trusting your intuition, and remembering your worth. Because the moment you finally choose yourself, everything begins to change. Not because the world changes first, but because you do. And when you change, your entire reality follows. If this message resonated with you, comment below. Today I choose myself. And remember, the relationship you build with yourself becomes the foundation for everything else in your life. Choose yourself not once but every single day.